Hi, my name's Sarah Owase and I'm together with,
Josiane Muharte.
and we are going to have a little debate about corruption and abortion. Which one is unacceptable in a country? I am on the side of abortion, that it's so much riskier than corruption because for me personally, corruption is just, it's all about the money and or just any other physical thing. But if you think about corruption, it's killing someone, and in the end you might even kill yourself while you are having the abortion. So if you put it in terms, it's like killing two people at the same time. And if you don't die, just in case you don't die and the baby dies and you get caught, you get punished by the law really bad. Yeah.
Well, I'm on the side of corruption because I think corruption is more riskier because when it comes to abortion, it's something that it can also be used for family planning because there are ways that you can prevent it. For example, if you use a good doctor, you're more likely to survive and the baby. I mean, you can get rid of the baby, but you can survive as long as you and your husband, or it comes with agreement. But corruption is more risky because it affects a whole country as a whole, and it affects the economy, and that means that a country won't. There's no way a country is going to develop when there is corruption. When you look, for example, in the story of No Longer at Ease, we see that corruption is something that is accepted in the community, but then it slows the economic development of Umofia. Yet there are things they could get rid of the corruption and develop quickly.
Okay, so you are saying that they accept corruption but they don't accept abortion. I mean, remember when Clara and Obi went to the doctor to give him the money, to give him the bribe just to remove the baby, they had to do it in secret. If it was accepted, why didn't do it, like freely?
Well, it's because Obi took his he found his, I mean he chose his pride over Clara. Yet abortion, yes, I know that he did it hiddenly, but it's because he thought maybe it was safer for him. But when you got to corruption, he was taken to prison because of corruption, but he wasn't taken there because of abortion. So that means that for them, the corruption was a bigger problem than the abortion.
I would say, I mean, it's just that, okay, he took corruption so many times, and the abortion, it was just one time. So I'm saying that abortion is really big and super risky. Plus, it can only like happen to a person once a year, because you get to be pregnant for 9 months. But for corruption, of course, he was taking it more often, which means he was even kind of free to take it. But if you think about how they had to do it in secret, the abortion stuff. See, the corruption, he was taking it more often until he said, okay, I should stop. So he was even getting addicted to it. And then the abortion, they had to do it in secret. Even the doctor was like, oh, for me to take this risk, you have to give me this amount of money in cash, because it's just something really big. And on the part of the economy, if you start killing babies, then how is the country gonna end up? It's gonna end up with so many old people.
Well, I don't think abortion is only about killing babies. In the story, they agreed on aborting the baby, and what shows that was not very risky is that Clara was able to survive. Yet there are always side effects of carrying out abortion, but it takes a long time to heal, but you can still heal. She didn't die from the act. That means that it was not a very big problem. So I still stick to corruption as being a very big problem, because you see, even Mr. Green himself saw the community, and he always hated Africans because he thought they're always corrupt. And that's why it's a very big problem, because Africans were still being ruled by the whites, and if they had stopped the corruption that they're taking like something like a traditional practice, that means it would have helped more than.
Yeah, I understand, but still, that's for the community, the Omofia community, with the corruption side. But then the abortion, it's personally, it's you, the person yourself. If you get to say improving the country and stuff, it all starts with the person themselves. It all starts with you inside. So if you have like this mindset that I can have an abortion, that I can start killing babies, then how are you going to develop? How are you going to be helping someone who wants to who was don't know how to say in English, who wants to like boost up your economy, how are they going to help you if you can't even help yourself? And another thing, I don't think it was I don't think it's accepted in their tribes, either the Usu or the Igbo. I don't think it's accepted, because if it was, Obi was going to first, consult his parents first to do the abortion, but he did not, which means it was something really big that they just had to do it in secret, himself and Clara.
Well, I don't think the abortion was the big problem, because I think the main problem was that it was an unwanted pregnancy. And Clara was an Osu, so if they got to know that she was pregnant, it would be the biggest problem. That's why they chose to do it hiddenly. So if you commit something that's not allowed hiddenly, that means you also take another hidden measure to cover up something. So
you're
that
saying
means
with the corruption, it's like wanted money. It's still unwanted. You need it, of course, but it's unwanted. You're not supposed to want that.
No, with corruption, okay, still in the case of the whole story, those people, they used corruption just to get, like, to make them, so it was for personal benefit, and personal benefit is always not something that is good, because even the doctor who was supposed to carry out the abortion was given some money, and it was sort of like a bribe. So I find it's more bad, because it even encourages the practice of abortion. That means corruption is, it leads to practice of many bad activities instead. So
yeah, but also you might not be having the money, and then you take the bribe, for you to to do something for someone. You take the bribe for you